Hello and welcome to the Really Big Podcast with me, Seb Gran.
Me, Ollie Johnson.
And me, Sam Congrave.
What a week, what a week. Do you want to hear about the week?
Yeah, sure, let's hear about the week.
So, straight on to our trademark odd news. Here. Have you heard that there's this weird slime that they found in Somerset?
Yeah, it's called the People.
Weird slime in Somerset. That could be literally anything.
Yeah, that could be the sweat that they're producing. It could be, their saliva that's just landed on the ground and formed into one giant new compound. It could be anything, but go on.
Have you heard about this anyway?
No, I haven't.
Well, they found it. No one knows what it is. None of the experts have any idea. Suppose there's probably not many scientists in Somerset. Probably a few cider drinkers.
Do you know what it
farmers,
looks like?
But, it's green.
Of course it's green. It just has to be green. Are you sure it's not Slimer from the Ghostbusters?
Well, some people think it was frog sick. Other people don't know what it is.
Frog sick.
Frog vomit?
But according to ancient folklore, it appears whenever asteroids are about.
The only asteroid I heard about was in Russia.
Yeah. I saw one a few weeks ago at work. Did I tell you about that?
No, you
It
didn't.
just struck across the sky really quickly. It was really high up. It just went by a second really fast. Then it just disappeared. Obviously just disintegrated. But I couldn't help think if someone less informed saw that, they'd think it was a UFO or a flying saucer, But because I'm clever, I came up with the idea that it must have been an asteroid because they just burn out. Have you heard that there's a sea slug out there that has a disposable penis?
Sounds like every woman Ollie's ever dated.
Ollie,
Yeah?
what do you think of this slug?
I
with
love the disdain in his voice. Like, yeah.
There wasn't any disdain.
Yeah, there wasn't. I make a little light-hearted rib and then it's like, so Ollie, yeah.
Hey Sam, did you know you're a waste of human skin? Light-hearted rib. Nudge.
Hey Ollie, did you realise you're a fat, pompous ball bag?
No, I didn't actually.
Well, now you know.
Anyway, Ollie, what do you think of this sea slug with a disposable penis?
I don't know, I've never met it.
I've never heard of a slug with a penis.
It's the only slug that has one, but it's also a disposable one.
So it found it somewhere.
So, do they grow them really quick?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, what happens is it uses it, when it does what it has to do, then it just drops off.
So there's no evidence if it rapes something. If it rapes another thing, it's like, well, you'll never find the evidence now, throws it away and goes, no, I don't have a penis, you can check this, it's got none of the DNA on.
Well, it takes 24 hours to grow back, but can you imagine what that 24 hours must be like?
I mean, what if you need to pee?
Yeah! I mean, you've got to wait 24 hours for that. I mean, imagine if humans were like that. Imagine what work would be like. Yeah, don't talk to me, I'm having an off day, it's growing back at the moment.
Oh.
But, there's no STDs, and that's the advantage, because, it just drops off and it grows a new one. But what would happen to all the old ones? They'd just be everywhere.
Well, I suppose dildo sales would be up.
Oh, well, they're
Slug
only...
dildos. That sounds more disgusting than Shall we just abandon this topic right now?
Exactly. Well, they're sea slugs, so, they're not coming up here anytime soon, so that's...
Well, they're definitely not coming up now.
Well, yeah, not for another 24 hours anyway. There was an action figure in America depicting Barack Obama as a vampire called Baracula, and it was banned.
Baracula.
Baracula.
I believe that since Twilight caused vampires to change, I must instigate change in myself into a vampire. So would all Americans please leave your windows open, leave your necks exposed, because change is coming to America. Even if it's that we can't walk out in the sunlight. No longer will this nation walk on sunshine.
I like it. But anyway, Ollie, what do you think of the action figure that they banned?
What, Baracula?
Baracula.
I love it. I mean, why did they ban it? I mean, if I were president, I'd buy one.
I think it was because of the parts being dangerous, rather than, the actual...
I was going to say, because they let Blackula and Black Dracula live, why not let him?
Yeah, but none of them were the president. I'm glad it was only banned because of dangerous parts, because I can imagine Obama buying one of those and sticking it on his mantle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Alright.
then jokes coming up later that he'll bite his opponent's neck.
Well, we haven't seen Mitt Romney lately, so you never know.
Oh, he's Mormon. I'm sure something's happened.
Well, that's
to
probably
him.
why he didn't get voted in.
Yeah.
My first lady, and my second lady, and my third lady, and my fourth lady.
Yeah.
That's not even fair. Shut up. Did you drink a lot? We're not allowed to drink. You're a boring president.
Also, this I don't want to call this odd news because everyone knows about it now. It's been all over the news. I'd be very surprised if neither of you have heard anything about this.
Go on.
Right. There was this backpacker in Australia who got lost, in the wilderness. And he survived for 2 weeks. Do you know how he survived?
He drank his own piss?
Partially, but do you know how he kept pissing,
He drank out of a cactus or drank the urine of other animals.
You should never drink out of a cactus.
No, he did neither of those things. He drank contact lens fluid.
Interesting.
It's like something from MacGyver, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know, imagine that guy if he was in some sort of bank heist, I don't know, cutting off the end of an inhaler and using it as a, rocket projectile.
Yeah. When you said he got lost in the forest, I thought he'd just, found the lost box there in the forest.
No, he wasn't lost in a forest, it was the desert.
Desert, you said desert. Why did I say forest? I don't know.
I don't know, you've got forest on the mind. Anyway, Sam, what do you think?
I think it's amazing that I've heard of people being stuck in the desert in their car and then drinking the radiator water.
Well, obviously, not while the engine's turn on, the radiator's warm, otherwise that'd be a bit unpleasant.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's something you're both going to like. Turtles.
I know of them.
Yeah, well, turtles, they don't do any harm to anyone, do they? Oh,
What if they bite you?
They don't deliberately do any harm, unless they happen to be ninjas.
exactly. So why are sharks going around attacking them? Isn't that sad?
Because sharks are kind of assholes.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen, they'll eat anything that moves near them.
There was this turtle which was attacked by a shark, and it lost both its, not fins, flippers, things. They decided to help it out. So do you know what they've done?
Giving it prosthetic legs?
Yeah, they've given it 2 robotic limbs.
They're giving it... Tell me, do these
Oh my
robotic
God.
limbs have any other thing? So if the shark comes by again, it goes, you just fucked with the wrong turtle. And then little chainsaw things come out and it hacks it to bits.
Awesome.
Bring it on! I'm gonna go Leatherface all over Jaws!
Yeah. What? So we've got a cyborg turtle now.
That's right, cyborg turtle.
That is awesome.
That is just so horribly wrong.
Oh, but it's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, move over, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now we've got cyborg turtles.
That is epic. He's a hero in a half shout.
Turtle power.
Yes. So that was odd news of the week.
Could turtle power be an energy source?
Did I tell you about this nosebleed I had the other day?
Yeah, you mentioned it
Did
on
you
the
see
phone.
a woman's boobs for the first time? Well, I've seen a lot of anime in my opinion.
Why do they always get nosebleeds?
I
when
don't know,
someone
maybe it's
It's
See,
not pleasant,
I
is
don't
it?
know. We'll research that, but we'll go on. What made your nose bleed?
I don't know, I think I just had a bit of high pressure, but anyway, I was delivering leaflets for my auntie's company, and I just got a nosebleed halfway down the road, and it was just, when it explodes out of you. It was like Carrie, the movie.
Yeah.
And it was
I
just
bet you was panicked a bit initially.
I did, but,
Imagine when doing the knock in the door and, giving out campaigns while it's like that. Hello, can I count on your vote?
Vote.
But it looked a bit like I got beaten up, actually.
Yeah.
But there was blood everywhere, and I was delivering these leaflets. I thought, well, I'm going to be reliable here and finish my job here. So I put them through all the letterboxes. I think I inadvertently left blood on people's doors.
Yeah.
I didn't want to start anyone. I didn't want anyone to think there was some
Startled.
sort of vendetta.
What startled? They're going to come home and think their family's been murdered. Or the police are going to come by and go, hello, 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 what's all this blood on here then? Then they're going to think you've been murdered.
But I was very paranoid at first because I was worried that a house would be robbed. They'd find my blood on there and think that I did it, because they've got my DNA. Anyway, I managed to deliver them all and got to the car, had a tissue, but, reliability.
Yeah. Well, a nosebleed is no excuse to not do your job, unless your job happens to be being a doctor, then it could be potentially problematic.
Yeah, but do you know what's annoying? When you're delivering leaflets, only delivering leaflets when people come out their house to see what's happened. They've got a leaflet, I'm not here for a chat. Get back in your house, please.
I can imagine you with a cattle prod.
Oh yeah, we were talking the other day about things that schools ban.
There was a craze of yo-yos once when I was at school. I was
Pokemon cards as well. They banned.
Yeah,
they banned Pokemon cards. Yet for some reason, Yu-Gi-Oh cards were okay.
I don't know what was so taboo about Pokemon. Everyone hated it at the time. The parents hated it for some reason.
The Christian Church actually held a movement to have it destroyed.
It was bizarre,
I
wasn't
actually
it?
read it. It was funny. It was in the Beginnings Book of Records at one point. It was mentioned that basically the churches claimed that that the Japanese were trying to turn your children into mindless drones, and then schools banned the Pokemon cards so bad, to get them into school you had to hide them.
Yeah, it's like drugging.
Yeah, it was literally like drug smuggling.
It never affected me because I was the only kid on my street in my class. I was the only kid I knew that didn't collect them.
It's like prohibition. Yeah. But it was bizarre how much stigma there was about Pokemon of all things.
Yeah.
It was very popular when it came out.
I bought into the craze like anyone. I never collected the cards, but I played the game like almost religiously.
I don't know if it was xenophobia or teachers just being ignorant. I don't know what it was.
They also banned key rings for a while. I had a big Cartman key ring on my keys. And, it wasn't doing any harm, it was just in my pocket, and one time I went to, go in my pocket to get some change for a tuck shop, or whatnot, and then suddenly, Miss Lomas demands I take it off my keys.
By the way,
give
we
it
must
to her.
explain that.
Miss Lomas was the... Actually, her position was very ambiguous. She likes to think she was the headmistress when the actual headmaster wasn't there. Then when he was there, she'd suck up to him really bad.
Yeah, it was a bit bizarre, but I loved how teachers had the talk during assemblies. Now, students, I've been hearing reports of these Pokemon cards.
Let's just establish that the school we all went to at one point was utterly psychotic in the stuff they would and would not allow.
Oh yeah, they banned
I know everyone thinks their school is, but until you've been to ours, no.
Yeah, I mean, I only wore a hoodie because I was in sixth form, so you're allowed to wear whatever the hell you want. Yeah. So I wore a Nirvana hoodie, and they banned it because it was a Nirvana hoodie.
Did they even know what Nirvana was?
I think they were kind of upset with what it said on the back, but that was ridiculous.
What did it say?
Fudge packing, crack smoking, Satan worshipping motherfuckers.
Well, okay, I can understand why they banned that.
They banned that one. They tried to ban all my others, but I'm like...
Anyway, the main thing I was trying to get on about is the talk during assemblies. Now, students, I've been hearing reports of these Pokemon cards. But they said Pokemon, do they think it was some sort of superhero Pokemon?
This is what adults did, that's the thing, because when they had it on GMTV, when they were telling people how to cut back on money, and one of the things they had was, don't buy your children anything, they said, these Pokemon cards, and this Yu-Gi-Oh!
My teacher used to call them Pokemon cards.
Pokemon? Was it like Batman?
Someone who played poker a lot, a Pokemon. Yeah.
Anyway, what were you talking about yo-yos, Ollie?
Yeah, well, when I was 8, there was a craze about yo-yos, and it only seemed to kick in, the day I got one. Well,
so you're saying you started it?
I didn't start it, but my mum went on holiday, didn't take me, to New York.
That's brilliant! Did she just leave you behind, just you, as a no babysitter?
No, she left everyone behind, she went on her own.
There's some bread in the cupboard, just eat that for the next 3 weeks.
He's only just recently got his passport, so maybe that was the issue. Oh crap, we didn't get him a passport. Nah, just leave him here, he'll be fine.
She went to New York, she brought me and my brother and sister back yo-yos, and I thought, okay, that's cool, but why yo-yos? Of all things, I mean, it's cool and all, but I was a bit puzzled, so I went to school, and as soon as I got on the taxi, everyone had a yo-yo. And I'm like, okay, have I missed something? What? I was actually taken aback. I'm like, is there a new rule? What?
You started a craze.
I just happened to unwittingly buy into it on the day it started.
Yeah.
I used to give away yo-yos in the cereals, and that's when it really started in my school, because you used to buy the Frosties, and they'd give you a Sonic the Hedgehog yo-yo. kind of went from there. Then you'd see all these people trying tricks and everything the next day in the playground.
Why were they banned, guys?
I don't know. I think it was probably the risk, because people trying the tricks like, you know, the round the world spin, which is just like swinging it around. And I think in my school there was quite a few broken windows and people accidentally getting smacked in the face.
That'd be awesome at some sort of rock concert, just swinging it round your head, like, yeah!
Well, now playing the Fist of North Star game, one of them actually using yo-yos with blades on and actually being able to use it as a weapon, you can kind of see why people might see it as a bit dangerous. Considering in my school, quite a few people lost their teeth.
Huh.
Well, they'd try all the tricks and then they'd either hit themselves in the face, do it like they'd make some kind of like cradle thing, and then the yo-yo would like go in the middle and it'd smack them in the jaw.
Anyway, just then, either Ollie or Sam just mentioned tuck shops.
Yeah,
No.
that was me.
Yeah, I used to rig the system. Do you know what I'd do?
What would you do?
Right, you know, they were usually a tub of around 100, 150, 1p chews. I just paid for all of them with £1.50, sold them all for 5p each. So I made a profit.
Cool.
Yeah, I used to watch when I went up to Mile Hall in Wales. They had a tuck shop, but they limited how much we could spend. I took a £5 with me, and I wasn't allowed to spend. I was only allowed to spend £1 of it while I was there.
So you weren't allowed to rig the market like I did?
No, we weren't allowed to, because you'd go down, you'd get Miss Bridges, the teacher at the time, kept trying to take your money before you got on the bus to go there. She'd say, "Tell me how much money you've got, and then I'll take it out of the budget when if you go to the tuck shop while you're there." It's like, why should we give you our money at all? It's ours.
She had to fund her drug habit somehow.
Yeah, but then you'd go there, and then the tuck shop would open, and you'd try and buy this, and she's like, "No, you can't buy that much. You can only have this much. You can only have this," and she'd give you like one chocolate bar. It's like, "Oh, come on! I've given you a load. I've got a load of money. It's not going to last. We're only going to be here for like a week." And she's like, no, you can't spend this much. So we were limited by what we could spend.
Yes. What is this? We've got to do that now. So, everyone, did you figure out what is this, which is on the screen now?
Not really. The missus
thinks
it's some kind of, pet. She says she recognises it, but she's not sure who. She thinks the guy who paints it was either Spanish or French or something. She doesn't really know.
Well, I'm going to stop you there and say it's not a painting.
Oh, thank God for that.
But it's the sort of thing, if you're of a certain age, you'll know what it is.
Paintings scare me.
Anyway, Ollie, did you have any ideas what this could be?
Well, I don't know. It was black and white when I saw it, and it looked like a house that was maybe on fire.
Maybe on fire. Black and white fire.
Your house is on fire. Anyway, no. This isn't a house and it's not on fire. Do you want me to tell you guys what it is?
Go on.
This was difficult, I admit. I'm sorry I made it so difficult this week. But anyway, do you remember Safety Dance?
Yes.
The song?
Yeah.
Well, it's the village from the music video of Safety Dance.
Oh. I didn't see the video.
Well, that's alright. I thought maybe a friend of yours, someone like that, may have seen it and you could use your investigative skills.
But, it really seems like such a Seb thing now to put there, and I can't believe I didn't get it.
Yeah, the village from Safety Dance.
Well, do we have another for this week?
Yes, we do. I'm going to show you guys this picture, and it's going to be on the screen now. What do you guys think this is?
Hi, Tony. That appears to be a tiger.
This one's very easy, actually. I didn't want to trouble you too much.
This looks like a tiger that's missing teeth.
I'm not going to say.
It seems to only have its fangs and nothing else, and seems to be the yawning, yelling at those kids to get off its lawn. Oh, you bloody penguins! Fuck off my lawn!
I'm not going to say what it is, but...
Just looks like a tiger.
It's a tiger.
That's about all we can ascertain from it is it's a tiger lying down and either yawning or roaring.
A tiger with very few teeth next to what looks like a marijuana plant.
Maybe he's high and maybe his jaw's just open constantly like
Anyway, we
Dude, Tony, that was some good Frosties, man.
I got the munchies for some Frosties.
Hey, I've got a better idea. Let's go get some Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, let's go beat up that monkey.
They
that's
kill
hogging
a
it.
monkey and eat it. Have you seen they brought Fruit Loops back, speaking of them?
I don't remember those being here. I thought it was an American thing.
No, that's not. Honey Nut Loops. Do you remember them?
No?
Do you remember Honey Nut Loops with that little bee?
I remember.
Oh, yeah! Oh, fucking hell, yes!
Yeah, they brought them back.
I remember the adverts. Didn't it have a Mexican accent or something?
I don't remember. It was just like, Honey Nut Loops. They're absolutely delicious or something like that. And then again, I used to remember Victor Meldrew on the Flora adverts.
You're looking at my cereal, Holmes? I cut you.
I never bought it, but it was always in those variety packs, so I always ate it because of that. But I should have bought it because I liked it. They also had Golden Nuggets, which I never bought, but because they were in the variety packs, I ate them. The adverts put me off for some reason. I don't know what it was about
with the
them.
prospector and the donkey?
Yeah.
I mean, Golden Nuggets, the advert you said put you off the prospector and the donkey. I don't know why they would have had a ride for a cereal wherein you sit in a cart and shoot things.
Is this the one at Drayton Manor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I didn't believe them when they said they tasted yee-haw. I thought they were trying to trick me. Well, to conclude our week, we've got our usual guest on the show, Professor Lyric, and he looks like he's got something very interesting to tell us.
Oh yeah, what? Who the hell is that with him?
Oh my god, I bet you could grate cheese on those.
Not only that, I think you could rake the ground with his beard. Jesus.
Is this Professor like me now?
Yeah, Professor.
Hello, everybody. While in the Antarctic doing my research, I found a block of ice. At first, I believed it to be a secret to lyrics and that I could learn from it about who let the dogs out and what is love, as well as the truth to do you really want to hurt me. But what I found was a Viking warrior called Ulfor, and found that he didn't contain any lyrical secrets, but in his own culture was something of a sage that gave advice. So I decided in my place this week we would see a new segment. Take it away, Ulfor.
Hello, young warriors! I have been awakened in this time to show you I've been shown many, many wonders, such as the microwave and the wonderful devices. Anyway, I have been asked by this man to give advice to problems affecting you young bastards. In this day, my first letter is from Professor Lyric's son. You are a child, you weedy little worm!
Lyrics aren't my whole life. I need someone to continue my work when I'm gone.
Very well.
Right, I'm gonna read these letters out for you, sir. There, I need help. My girlfriend is a lovely girl, and I've been happy with her for years, but I'm scared, just in case she finds another man. I don't know how to deal with this situation.
Ah, a common problem! Well, young man, in my culture we kept many little women, but we only had one wife. If you truly want this woman as your partner, you will make a statement. Before your little wedding rings, we had some ropes. We would hog-tie our little women and tie the rope around our finger and drag our little slats around the village to show that they belong to us. So, my advice is tell this woman that you love her, then hog-tie her, drag her around your local village, and then she and every other man will know that she belongs to you.
Okay, right. Yeah, another question is this. I'm 32 and my brother lives with me in my home. He has no job, refuses to help out, and he eats and takes everything without asking. I'm at my wit's end. What should I do?
Ah, we had terrible problems with these people in my day. We had a name for them as well. Wastrels! You have another name for them here. You call them dole scum. I would have him earn his meal from now on. Carry a battle axe at the table. If he takes your belongings or your food, swing at him. Try to scar him a little. Let him know who's boss. If he still doesn't learn, carry him out of your hut and beat him to within an inch of his life for the end of the axe. Once he's unable to fight, leave him for the wolves. He'll learn he has to contribute then.
My boss does not recognise my contributions to my workplace, no matter how hard I try.
He scares me.
I'm not ashamed to say that I wet myself.
I thought that was sweat. Anyway, what an interesting podcast we've had.
What a great week we've had.
Oh.
We've all had fun.
Indeed we have.
Have you? Please let us know. I mean, thank you for listening to the 19th episode. I'm sure we'll have a 20th episode special next week, even though it'll be about the same as every other podcast and just as lackluster. Yeah, so, from us, from me...
And from me.
And from me.
And from... Oh yeah, I already said me. Right, goodbye.
Goodbye.